Can I tell you what's been on my mind?
Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, listen, I'm in the same outfit I was in on yesterday's video, and that's because we are just picking up where that one left off. I almost forgot yesterday I had a doctor's appointment and I had to go. So we're going to head to the doctor, but that makes, I need something quick and easy for supper. And the other day we stopped by the post office. I have a box and I'm not sure where it came from. If you remember back in March, Bryant and I went to New Orleans and had delicious New Orleans food, New Orleans food, and it was delicious. I didn't get to experience a lot of normal Cajun stuff though while I was there. And so in this box that came from the post office, I don't know who it came from, if it's from somebody from New Orleans, if it was the company. There's none of that. It was sent from Creole Foods of Louisiana. So Creole Foods of Louisiana, if you guys just sent me this, thank you so much. If it is a viewer and you ordered it through them, thank you so much. And so in it came authentic shrimp and grits mix. I'm so excited. 10 bean soup mix. So excited. Seasoned pinto beans. That should be interesting. I wonder if we could make red beans and rice with this. I mean, I know it's not technically red beans, but oh, serve with rice. And Ragin Cajun all-purpose seasoning. I'm so excited. And so anyway, what I thought we would do is, back a while I bought a 2-pound bag of shrimp. Well, I only needed a part of it, so I still have the rest of the bag, and it's short of getting freezer burnt, so I want to use it. And so I thought we would do shrimp and grits for supper. But first, I gotta head to the doctor. I'm gonna let this thaw in the sink. Let's set that over there. I'm so excited. Whoever sent me this, if it's the company or if it's a person, thank you so much. I'm so excited to try this, and I can't wait. But first, I gotta head to the doctor. I'll tell you about that in the car. All right, so we're gonna get to that delicious supper in just a little bit. But first, I have to go to the doctor's office. So let me explain to you the doctor's office situation. Let me get backed out. I was thinking about it earlier, and I thought it was about 3 years ago, but now the more I think about it, it's probably been like 4 to 5 years ago. And time flies, oh my goodness. But I had a muscle biopsy. I've had 2 muscle biopsies, but this was the second one. And they put in internal sutures. And they taped it up good and everything. And I developed a rash that itched horribly. So immediately when I got home, I took the bandage off and washed it the best I could, because I thought I might be allergic to the bandage. And a rash began to run up my arm, ran up to my neck, ran down my arm. It was horrific. And when you tell people, when you call the doctor's office and you say, I have a rash, they think, oh, well, it's okay. Just take the bandage off. It's okay. It'll work itself out. And you call back and you say, this rash is awful. And they say, it's okay. It's normal, blah, blah, blah. So then when you go for your follow-up, that's a week later, and you have literally clawed almost the incision open. They look at you and are like, oh my goodness, this is the worst. I'm so sorry, this is awful. And they put you on immediately an oral steroid. And you're like, I tried to tell you, but you said it was normal. And so that worked myself out. That was the first time, that had happened. Well, back in January, I had to have a little surgery that had internal sutures. And I broke out so bad, so very bad. It was awful. It was awful. And there again, thankfully, they saw me quicker. And they were like, oh my goodness. And so they gave me an oral steroid. Well, what happens when they give you an oral steroid, it starts to get better. It starts to get better. But mine, this last time, it didn't completely knock it out. And so as soon as the steroid was over, it just was like, here it come back. And I mean, it was running everywhere. It was running everywhere. And it was horrible, horrible. So they put me on another round of oral steroids. And same thing. It eased it up, but then here it came back. And I mean to tell you, I could have clawed myself crazy. I was taking Benadryl like Tic Tacs, like I was eating Tic Tacs. It's amazing that you could have, and it got to where Benadryl didn't even make me sleepy. I was taking so many. I mean, it was almost like by the handfuls. I was taking Benadryl just to get some relief. It itched, was horrible. So, fast forward, they sent me to a dermatologist. They gave me some shots, and anyway, eventually knocked it out. So, the thing is, I need to know what I'm allergic to, because I have other doctor's appointments, I have other surgery. I mean, I could potentially have other surgeries. Like, you never know, and I need to know so I can put this on my list. They think it may be a wash that they washed me with. It could be the sutures. They don't think it's the sutures. I, however, feel very strongly that it is the sutures. Because both times, that was the things I had in common, was the internal sutures. Now, whether they use the same kind, I don't know. But, oh my word, when I tell you it is awful, it is. I had no pain from surgery, but I would have rather had the pain than to have this rash. It was horrific. So, I just need to know so they can get it on my record so that whatever it is, I don't ever get it again or use it again, or they use something different or whatever. But I need to know what I'm allergic to. So, therefore, I'm going to see an allergist. So, we're going to go and try to figure this out. All right. So, when we get home, we'll be making shrimp and grits. Well, the doctor's office went really well. What he's going to do is he's going to look back through my records, see everything they used on me at surgeries, and then he's going to put them on little patches and put them on me and just figure it out. So, and he says he can do that pretty quickly. He's going to call me to schedule that. So now I'm at our local southern states. We planted watermelon plants, and they were kind of little and scrawny, and then Judah stepped on one. They didn't do good, so I'm going to replace those, and so I'm here to look at those, and I want to look at some berry bushes. I would like a raspberry. I'd like a blackberry. I have a blueberry, but I would like to add some berries to my farm, so let's go see what they got. So while I was at Southern States, I picked up the watermelon, but I also saw some berry bushes that I wanted. And so I went home, and look who just so sweetly got in the truck to come back with me to look at them, to see if, you know, because he does the planting. He'll have to dig the hole and all the good stuff. So I didn't want to get them without him. And so we're going in here to look at some berry bushes. All right, so let's get started on this supper. I did get a blackberry, I got a raspberry, and I got a grape. And the raspberry that I got, the name of it, I had to get it based on the name. The name was Caroline, so we had to get the Caroline raspberry. I can't remember the name of the grape or the blackberry, but I do know that the grape is seedless and it's supposed to be very prolific and produce a lot of grapes. So we shall see. All right. So let's get started on this shrimp. Let me read the instructions and I'll come back and we'll just get started. Let's try this again. I have made shrimp and grits before, and I'll try to link that down below. But there's so many different ways of making shrimp and grits, so I'm excited to see how this goes. All right, so I need a bowl. I need a bowl. I need a bowl. One of those days where you can't find anything when you need it. Okay, so, and I need to chop some onions. So let me do that and I'll meet you back right here. All right, I've got the onion and the shrimp right here, and I'm going to put on this seasoning packet. And we're going to stir it around and let it hang out for a little while, for about 5 minutes, I think. Mix thoroughly and chill for 15 minutes. So we got to chill this for 15 minutes. I'm going to give it a good stir here. We want to get it all nice and coated. All right. So in the refrigerator, I really probably don't need to go in the refrigerator, but I'm going to stick it in there anyway, just because it says to. But the shrimp is still nice and cold because it was really still quite frozen. All right. In the refrigerator it goes. All right, hang tight, everybody. I got the shrimp back out. It says to add about 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. There's 1. There's 2. All right. Now we can stick it in the refrigerator and let it hang out. This is going to be delicious. All right, we're going to cook the shrimp separately from the grits, and we'll just top the grits with the shrimp. So I just got my pan out of the dishwasher. It's still a little wet. And I've stuck a stick, which is 4 ounces. It calls for 4 ounces of butter. So there's a stick of butter. And in that butter, we are going to saute the shrimp. Over here, I have 5 cups of water in this dish. In this pot over here, I have 5 cups of water. We're going to bring it to a boil and cook the grits in there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get some of this shrimp and onions down in here. I'm not going to leave any of that onion in there. I'm going to get that all out, and we're going to saute this up. I'm not turning my water on quite yet. I want everything to kind of be ready at the right time, and I'd rather be able to turn the shrimp off and just let them hang out until, you know, till the grits are done. And I want Bryant to be able, Isaac's going to come eat with us, or he's supposed to. Oh, this smells so good. Man, they're already starting to turn a little bit, the shrimp. That was fast. All right, we're going to cook these until done. I don't know what was in that seasoning pack. Let me grab it and see if we can see what was in it. I know I saw some green onions in there. Natural cheese flavors. Milk cheese culture. So I'm sure that was some powdered cheeses in here. Garlic. All your seasonings. Bacon flavor, paprika, onion, jalapeno, paprika, parsley, and chives. Oh, it sounds wonderful. Now, I'm not saying there's anything healthy about this, but it's gonna be delicious. All right, so I think I'm gonna go ahead. I don't know. Am I going to go ahead or not? Let me see what time it is and we'll decide. All right, I just stirred the grits in and whisked them in really well so they're nice and broke up and there's no clumps, no lumps. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we are going to put the lid on now and let it cook for 5 minutes. Reduce heat to low and cook covered for 5 minutes. So let me grab the lid. It's on low. It's going to cook for 5 minutes and then we'll let it sit for 5 minutes. And then we will be ready to eat. All right, everybody, let me show you how I'm going to serve it up. Going to grab a spoon over here and I'm going to do it in a bowl. I just think that'll be easier than a plate. You can just smell the cheese in these grits and they smell wonderful. So I'm going to, probably should have used a different spoon, probably one more like a ladle. That's okay though. All right, so now let me grab another one. And we're going to go on with some of this shrimp and the juices right on top. Oh my. Oh my. Let me get some of that juice. I want some of that juice. Get on. I want some of this. All right, one more thing on top of this. Excuse my mess. I'm in the process of cleaning, and you know when you clean, you make a bigger mess. All right. I'm gonna put some bacon bits on top of this just to kind of give it a smoky, delicious flavor. Okay. There it is, and I am ready to try it. So let me call Bryant in here and we'll see what he thinks. Okay, everybody, he's in here and he is dying to try it. He says it looks beautiful.
Look at that right there. Shrimp and grits and bacon, topped with bacon. Man, that looks superb. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
I'm dying to know.
Is there a little cheese in there?
It's already in the grits. It came in the
All right. The spice
kit. I don't know.
Okay, here we go. A little hot.
A little hot. Not hot. Temperature hot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's money right there.
Is that good?
Oh, good night. I'm going to cut a shrimp in half for you so you get a smaller bite.
Oh, yeah.
Got a little heat to it, not much.
There was some jalapeno. I did see that on the ingredient list.
A little bit of jalapeno?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Is this my bite?
It's your bite.
Well,
right
here. You're not going to burn me.
I'm not. She burns me, but I ain't going to burn her. The flavor is delicious. I mean,
that's good.
Hard to beat that.
And Isaac showed up to eat with us, so it's going to be the three of us eating shrimp and grits.
Easy, simple,
so good,
delicious.
Hey, listen, the name of the company, if you're interested, is Creole Foods of Louisiana.
Yep.
Creole Foods of Louisiana. And that is where everything was in the kit except the Worcestershire, the butter, and the shrimp. That's the only thing I added. And the water.
You'll link the website in the description.
I will try my best. I haven't even looked it up. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if the company sent me this or if a viewer sent me this.
The company sent it.
I just know that I was excited and I still have more stuff to try.
Yep.
So, but anyway, we're going to go eat shrimp and grits. So we'll see y'all in a little bit. Hey, don't go anywhere because I'm not done with this video yet. There's more to come. So, all right, we're going to go eat. Good morning, friends. We are going to head up here to the garden. Got my coffee. Bryant has gone to lead devotions at the high school for their FCA, which is Future Christian Athletes. They're allowed to meet before school. Bryant goes and picks up biscuits for everyone and shares the devotions with them. And oddly enough, he is doing his devotions on sowing and reaping and the seeds that we sow. I believe it's the scripture he's using is Ephesians 6. But I thought we'd come up here and just check our seed, check our garden. It is beautiful. I gotta see how to get into this fenced area. Bryant's left an opening that we have to, and I got my hands full with coffee. Can I do it? Yes, I can. Hang on. And I'm in. Okay, the only place I'm seeing the struggle for anything coming up is that compromised soil that I've shared with you. But no, I take that back. The ground is cracking. So on the hills that we planted seed, when you see a little crack in the top of that hill, it shows that seeds are coming up. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, can you see that crack in the soil? And as you peek on around, look, you see a little seed coming up. And right here in this hill, do you see those cracks? So I guarantee you in there is a little seed. See it? So yeah. Look at that sun shining through those trees. Isn't this gorgeous? Okay, and see we have some coming up here. One so far right there. And we definitely have weeds that are growing here. Look at there. And look right there. So, looking good. I need to get out here. We need to till and do some weeding. My okra seeds are coming up. Look right through there. I asked Isaac if he needed any, like when I thin my okra, did he want any of the little seedlings, little plants? Did he want any of those? And he said no, he did not like okra. He says, I like it fried. And I'm like, well, you got to have plants to have okra to fry. So, all right. No deer track. The fence is working beautifully. Bryant must have weeded or something. I see some. I did have a few tomato plants that bit the dust. And here's one hill that hasn't come through yet. Maybe we didn't plant anything in that one. The tomatoes aren't looking beautiful. But like I said, in some of the holes, we had some help planting from little boys. And they may not have stirred the fertilizer well. And we may have actually put too much. My purple hull peas are coming up beautifully. Now, talk about something the deer love. They love them. The green beans are gorgeous. I need to get some. We need to go to the store and get some cattle panel. Everything's. Oh, there's a watermelon plant that survived. Yay. We thought all the watermelon bit the dust, but I see that one may have made it. The pepper plants that the deer ate, they're still alive. I don't see any like new sprouts or new growth coming off of them, but they're still living. So hopefully they'll make it. We have some seed coming up here. Let me get you turned around. Oh, look, I see new growth. Do you see those little leaves coming up? There's my green bean row. It looks great. Yeah, the deer really did a number on my pepper plants. We have something coming up here. Beautiful. Look, y'all. This pepper plant's looking a little yellow, but looky there. There is a pepper. Yeah, Bryant has definitely been out here. I see his footprints. We may need to pull some dirt in around that one, but I'm gonna wait till I get some gloves on. I'm just out here glancing and looking today. He planted some new tomato plants up through here yesterday and some new pepper plants, because we bought some plants that were super small and they just did not do well. So we've got the rest of this row right here. So here's the last pepper plant, and then we have the rest of that row, just a little ways that I can still plant something. And yesterday I bought some butternut squash seed. I don't even know why I did that, because I don't ever cook butternut squash, but oh well. But yeah, look at that green that green bean row. That is amazing. And the purple holes look really good. You just don't get that pop of wow green all the way down it, but it'll be here soon enough. And I'm tickled that in the compromised that I'm starting to see some growth. Even if they don't do great, I'm just glad to see that something is starting to grow here in this little section that was compromised. I had to turn the camera off to get out of the fencing. It grabs hold of you and don't let go. So let me show you what we bought yesterday. We bought some berry plants and some grapes. And we haven't planted them yet, but we did set them out and we watered them really well. Excuse our mess around the pump house, but here is our blackberry plant. It is thornless. Here is our grape, and look at those little clusters of grapes that it already has on it. I can't wait to get this in the ground. It is a Reliance grape, and they are seedless. Now here's our raspberry. It does have thorns. I did not see any thornless raspberries. Let me set my coffee down. But look at the name. They're Caroline. So we definitely had to get those. So let me show you what else. A couple years ago, we have some mineral tubs where we feed minerals to the cattle. Well, they empty them. They eat all the minerals out of them. And so I kept the tubs, drilled some holes in the bottom, and used them one year for something, filled them with some super soil that we got at the, I don't know, this mulch place. And so I hadn't used them in a few years. We carried them up and stored them, but we stored them with the dirt in it. So Bryant got them out for me yesterday, and I'll show you. Right here they are. And I brought them down close to the house, and I planted some herbs in them. Now this one here, I did not plant anything in because it is full of ants. All those little bitty white things are like, I don't know, ant larvae. I started watering it, so I've probably drowned a lot of them. But yeah, ugh, I didn't use it. So let's go out here and look at this peach tree. We planted this, I don't know, Judah was born, so he was out here helping us plant this tree. And I just want you to look. I mean, we need to prune it. It needs pruning so bad, but it's not really a good time to do it. Oops, about tripped. But I want you to, I don't know that you can see, but it is full. It is loaded. When I say loaded, it is absolutely loaded with peaches. Last year it had a lot of peaches on it. I mean, y'all, look at this. There are peaches everywhere. I have never seen a peach tree be this, like, I mean, it is amazing. Every limb has multiple peaches on it. It is amazing. So last year it had a lot of peaches on it, but I did not get, I think I may have gotten one off of it because we had birds. I don't know that the squirrels bothered it. Look right there. They're everywhere. This tree is absolutely covered. I don't even know how the limbs are going to hold up. It is that covered with peaches. Like, it is amazing. But anyway, so we have bought this net. And Isaac came out to put it on yesterday. Look, like right here in this little cluster, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right here in 5. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 in 5 inches of a limb. I mean, I've just never seen anything like this. But anyway, I'll quit bragging on my peach tree for a minute. But we're going to need the tractor in order to get the net up over these limbs. And my net may not be big enough. It may not be big enough. But, all right, let's come over here and check the blueberry bush. I also have a net for it. I'm not sure yet where we're going to plant. I want to plant probably right up there, the blackberry, and maybe right down there, or maybe both up here, the raspberry and the blackberry, and then over there, the grapes. But look here. I believe my blueberry bush is loaded too. It's going to be a bumper crop fruit year. The only problem is this little short girl can't reach up there to pick. So I definitely don't get all of these because the birds like them, and then the Japanese beetles get on them, and so blueberries everywhere, y'all. We're definitely gonna have to prune this. We've never pruned this at all, and it definitely needs it because I just can't reach. And we probably need to transplant some of those. What happens is the roots go long ways and then they start shooting back up, and so I have other plants that I could move elsewhere. But so we need to look into doing that. We've just never done anything. This blueberry bush is very special to us. Bryant had a best friend when we were in Tobaccoville, and he had a blueberry farm. I mean, he had hundreds of blueberry bushes, he and his wife, and we would go over there and pick blueberries, and they were chicken farmers, and but at age 51 he passed away, and Bryant did his funeral, and it was so hard because that was his best friend. And but anyway, this blueberry bush came from him, and he gave it to us, and we brought it down here, you know, because this is our home, even though we weren't living here, and we planted it, and it has just grown and has done beautifully. So, all right, let me show you one more thing. Okay, there is the front of our house and our front yard. And then you see that little triangle field across the street. It kind of goes down into a point way down there in the back. That is ours. But we never do anything down there, ever. And since we're talking about the blueberries and how they're growing, my thought has always been to turn that field into a blueberry field and just have like rows of blueberries and allow people to come and pick and you know, a pick your own blueberry situation. So that's always been my dream for this field, or to do something with. I've always wanted to do something. It's kind of just a useless, we just never do anything. My daddy used to mow hay on it and get a few square bales off of it, but it's just never done anything. Now it does go down into a little valley, and my brother, when he was younger, he says it always stayed kind of wet down there. So I don't know if that's going to be, you know, good for blueberries, but also this is a rendezvous spot for deer. They usually come from our pasture over there in the woods. They cross over, they'll come in our front yard, and then they'll just kind of go down into here, and then that's where they just kind of, they'll bed down here. This is just kind of like a deer spot. So, and I'm sure the deer would love blueberries. So anyway, you know, me and my deer situation. But it's a beautiful day out here on the farm. It's a little chilly. I'm in a jacket, and my coffee's probably cold. Yes, it is, and I hate cold coffee. Hate cold coffee. But anyway, little tour of the things growing here on the farm. I did want to show you guys one more thing. Like, here is the garden, and right above it is this piece of property with the sun shining and you can't see. But let me just tell you what our plan is right here, especially right where the sun is shining right now and on down. So let me turn the camera around, get you out of the sun, and I'll tell you what we're planning on doing there. We have a couple of dreams here on our farm that we're planning to start pretty quickly. One is, we've told you guys about it on another, everything joins, all the property joins, but it's on the other end. And we've thought about doing some cabins and doing like Airbnb cabin, and maybe putting a lodge on there and holding canning demonstrations and that kind of thing. So that's a dream. We don't know when that'll get started. We don't know, you know, it's just in our head. It's just a dream. And if it comes to fruition, then very good. But if not, you know, it's okay. But a more immediate dream is in that piece of property I just showed you, that little strip of land on the other side of the garden. Okay, let me back up. We have over on another place on the farm, we wanted to put greenhouses to sell plants, to take to farmers markets, to do that sort of thing. But I've never had a greenhouse. Now let me back up. We had a greenhouse that had been disassembled, and we went and bought it and brought it home. But at the time, we were not ready. We were just not ready for a greenhouse. We also did not know if all the parts were there. A lot of things were not in great shape. So we got rid of it. And we never put it up. It was just all pieces. And so anyway, Bryant and I now are ready for a greenhouse, and to possibly put greenhouses over on that other piece of property I was telling you about, not the one I just showed you, but over near the chicken houses, and run them as part of the farm business. But like I said, I've never had a greenhouse. The only thing I've ever done is grow in a garden, and we need a learning greenhouse before we invest in several greenhouses, to see if this is something we even enjoy, to see if it's something that we can do. Just a learning greenhouse. And that was my idea. And Bryant goes, that's a great idea. And so we're ready to purchase a greenhouse and put up there in that little strip of land I just showed you, to be a starting point, a learning greenhouse, a one for us to see, do I even like going in there? And Caroline's going to help with the greenhouse, and to see if she likes it, and so forth. So that is our immediate thing that's going to be coming to fruition. Bryant and I have been looking. We've been looking for like greenhouses that somebody wanted to have torn down and just to move. But I'm actually leaning towards just buying a kit, one that's already ready to go, and we know all the parts are there, and comes with warranty, comes with all that good stuff. So basically we just have to find the time to sit down and look online, and I've already found the company I want to purchase it from, and just pick which one I want. And then it'll be after hay season before we get to put it up, but I'd like to have it up before July, so that maybe we could do some fun stuff in it over the winter, and just kind of just play around until it's time to start seedlings and so forth. So anyway, that's just I'm just sharing my dreams with you. But anyway, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the shrimp and grits. I'll leave the link to that company down below. Thank them so much for the great food they sent, and you'll be seeing the rest of the stuff, I'm sure, as I make them. But anyway, the cows are talking to me, the birds are singing, so I'm going to head inside. So thanks for joining us. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.